How do we sabotage the castle and take care of the pirates? I think it would make the most sense to leave the horses behind at this point. It's a pain in the ass to try to move around with them here, so if we could just leave them here, that would probably work the best, especially if we don't really know what's gonna happen to the castle. This way the horses would stay secure. Can you go back now? Yes, probably. Not sure if there's a problem if you waste time. This might be a way to solve the problem with the forest folk too, but you would try to go back into the city immediately when you get the quest, instead of moving on with things. That might basically force you into a situation where you can't complete the quest anymore on time.
Attack!
Because the game has switched to the next mode, so everyone's giving clues about the next they put away instead of the forest folk issue. Wyvern nest, okay, how the hell do you get there? Though cold and exposed, this nest has eggs in it. The nest itself is mostly driftwood, but seems to contain other detritus, including bits of meals. Those are my biggest concern, really. With everything else, I can probably control the encounter at the point where I'm the only one doing fighting against tough opponents. But with suddenly appearing likely flying creatures, that's no longer the case. Right. Head north first. We cannot. I'm somewhat protected from the fireballs. One down. I think there were at least two. Sahwag, are you any good? No. Magic short sword of positive energy useful by good. This is very good for us. Again, positive energy guaranteed to pretty much damage anything. Unblockable pretty much. A castle of sorts. Doubt this is the castle we were talking about. Although, what other castle could it be? It does seem to have sort of greenish, maybe seaweed or water, some kind of flora anyway. Vegetation. I don't know. We're just gonna assume this is the castle in question. I mean, how many castles would you have here suddenly appearing? So this has to be the one. And castle walls are wet and barnacles and seaweed dot the stone. Only the banner above the gate is dry. Rico? Well, we found the castle. Now we must find the Mythalar. I am not certain finding a way to shut this thing down will be easy. The Nether Reefs didn't make control of Mythalar so easily available, at least from everything I've read. I'm sure your knowledge will be valuable to us. Your faith in me is quite flattering, Edgar. Unfortunately, it is probably misplaced. Well, considering the rest of us, you're still gonna be the expert of the team. Tower entrance, stables. This castle is very odd. It may seem deserted, but I thought I saw something move up on the roof. What did you see? I'm not sure. It was very difficult to see in this mist. If you look up at the top of the keep, you can see a watermark. I think the top of the castle never gets totally submerged. It's possible something might live up there. We must be on our guard. If something is on the roof, it's a good vantage point from which to attack. Well, surely nothing flying could be here. Surely. A portal. Tracks going to the portal. Hoof marks, okay. Wyverns. No. Now, this is probably the only respectable enemy here.
Let's have at it. All before me.
We need to just kill something quickly. You can reach the target, just reach it. Don't be shy. Our main call is to protect the caster. She has no armor class worth speaking about. There should be still one more left. The weakest one, the immature one. Wyvernwater. That would be another crafting option we could have used. Tempering metals, right. But we don't have any more magical items, and it's mainly because we're playing a guessing game where I don't know when the game is going to end. And after playing so many premium modules that sort of end just in the when things are supposed to start properly, yeah, I'm not taking chances. I'd rather take a less than optimal weapon that I can use during the adventure than keep waiting and waiting and waiting for something that never ends up being possible in the end. Well, the pirates are here. Look at the state of this place. The water must come in here all the time. If anyone is going to live in here, there must be a system of watertight doors, otherwise they'd all drown. Although that wouldn't apply to Wyvern Vapor. Mist dragons are at home in water according to the scripts I have read about them. Hopefully we won't run into him though. You just assume its gender. Although we have information about Wyvernwater, we would assume that we know the gender too. Could you, like, disarm that, please? You stupid pieces of
Stick
shit.
with me. Come on. Follow along.
Yes, I
Come
can
out of this
accomplish
poison.
task.
To your weapons. And don't let up. Attack!
There's nothing more annoying than your companions in this game. Like, have enough self-preservation sense that you don't walk into traps that others have spotted already. Ooh, a pirate.
Hold this spot like it was home.
Yeah, we're going to have to murder all of you, but whatever. They're all pathetic. You're worthless pieces of crap that I can easily murder. Ooh, they do have a caster, but it's a conjure. The worst type of caster. I'm fairly well protected from this. They're probably much easier to influence by that. They do have a couple of good weapons. But this is gonna be more or less a slaughter. Most of the damage coming in is pitiful or from the spells. Also, that is a problem. They're getting enough critical hits in that I'm dying. I mean natural 20 critical hits in. Otherwise they would have no chance of hitting me. But they're coming in at a regular rate. Right. And you can look at this list. 20, 20, 20, 20. I mean, absolute bullshit luck. There's no way to dodge that. That said, I think about 50% of the incoming damage came from the caster, so I have to take steps to take it down fast.
Hold this spot like
It
it
would
was
allow
home.
me to control the incoming damage to some extent too. Simply because it's harder to get to the ship than it is to fight a cellular in the open.
For you! Death to the enemy!
They have ability to rain arrows. Let's kill enough of them before the conjurer arrives. I need path to the conjurer when it comes here. That's the weapon master. Plus the weapon master.
Time for a bit of the game.
Bring it on.
Pulse of Sapping, ability drain strength. Pirate Mate. Ivory. Small piece of ivory. Ivory is an important commodity in Cormor, even a small piece is worth something. Can easily remove the status effect, so that's not really a problem. Heart key, and gold. Please don't destroy the goddamn floodgates.
Step with me. Come on. Follow along.
Yes, I can accomplish this task.
And don't let up. Attack!
No one's aiding the caster we have, because we're gonna lose her. Might be able to give her some sort of immediate healing. I think I must, rather. I had minor, yeah, I have 7 light cure potions. And since she's a mage, a little bit of healing should go a long way. Still at least a caster left. So if you two could be staying here while I'll kill him, that'd be
I can
great.
accomplish this task.
Let's have at it.
And it's over. Slipped. Okay, the wet spots, I guess, are slippery. It's a good fighting surface for rogues, because they're treated as traps, and rogues get extra saving throw benefits against traps. It's not a bad idea. Fairly simple fight made a little bit more interesting. Still, there's not really any need to move around all that much in the fight, so that makes it sort of worthless. The pirate casualties of the last raid. Sapping arrows. Local protection +1. You can have this. Won't be worth much, but at the same time, it's irrelevant to us. Okay, handful of gold, that's it. I don't want to fix the strength issue yet, because there could be a lot of other people with sapping arrows. This area is dry and obviously kept sealed when the castle sinks. Well, obviously. A lot of pirates.
Hold this spot like it was home.
Yep.
Yes, I can accomplish
Let's have at
this
it!
task.
To the enemy! Taste death, you taste! I shall strike you down! To the enemy!
I don't think they hit me even once. Ooh, barrels of oil. I have the barrel of oil. If lit with a tinder, it would probably explode in a few seconds. So we have at least 3 bombs we can create here. The pirates don't warrant the use of bombs, but maybe something else will. Okay, a lot of ivory.
To your weapons, and don't let up!
Probably
Attack!
traps. I think
That I cannot do.
didn't I have a potion that might help here? Was it another adventure where we have it? No, potion of trap detection. We have one. But we can also destroy that and just suck up the damage from the trap. Lucky, find amongst the contents. Copper ring, I guess. No, I think we just found the extra piece of treasure. Right, tons of ivory.
Hold this spot like it was home.
Yes, I can accomplish this task.
Not pretty pathetic.
To your weapons!
Was expecting a
and
lot better
don't
from
let up.
them.
Attack!
I'm gonna use the minor restoration right about now. I mean, I have other means of restoring my stats or attributes. Right.
That
Can you open locks? Yeah, that's
To your
not
weapons.
how you open locks.
And don't let up. Attack! Yeah!
I mean, if she can't do it, we're gonna have to bash everything.
Let's have at it! Step with
Away
me.
from
Come
there.
on. Follow along. Hold this spot like it was home.
Yes, I can accomplish this task.
Time for a bit of the game. To your weapons. And don't let up. Attack! Hold
Holy
this
shit.
spot like it was home.
It just keeps triggering and triggering.
To your weapons. And don't let up. Attack!
Spellbook. A couple of low-level spells. Miscellaneous small. Right, anyway I could reasonably take that out. It does a lot of electricity damage. I do have acid arrows.
Yeah!
And there was nothing in it. Wonderful. Right, I do regenerate, but there's a limit to how much I can effectively do that, so only a couple of cure light wounds potions won't hurt here. Seems like some sort of central chamber.
Hold
All the
this
past
spot like it
there.
was home.
Pirate, 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 pirate.
Yes, I can accomplish this task.
Time for a
Conjurer,
bit of
did
the
it.
game.
The conjurer. And that's all the things that really matter.
Strike you down.
And don't let up. Attack!
We're getting critical hits.
And honor!
Or rather, a critical hit to death. Their captain can hit us with non-critical hits, the others can. And for the love of God, attack something. Right, nasty situation. The map. A map of the lake showing trade routes. A pirate key. Flame arrows. Pinpoint arrows. Right. These are all the inner areas. Some storage space, some area to rest around in. That's about it. I have not recovered enough health. Okay, there's at least another harbor, which means very likely there's another large-scale battle we can do there.
Hold this spot like it was home.
Yes, hold its spot. I did buy some extra healing precisely for this, so we can give a little bit of a healing boost. That way we don't have to rest every time we get a little damage. So, we are not taking a huge amount of damage in general in this battle, so halfway point should be sufficient with hit points. Spellcasters are the real problem at these levels. Melee fighters not so much. North. Helm of the Deep. You can breathe underwater, immunity to drowning. So this would be underwater access of some sort. And that was the entire purpose of going to the center. Just filling up the maps here. This would go up.
To your weapons.
This is a
And
one-man
don't let up.
deal though.
Attack!
And what exactly would be the purpose? Flooded basement.
Hold this spot like
stay
it was
there.
home.
I think you can just use this to move across these areas. It has to be where the dragon is.
Step with me.
Couldn't
Come
I
on.
just tell you
Follow
losers to
along.
wait here?
Well met.
Hail and well met.
No, they just disappear entirely if I do this. How are you supposed to handle this then? Because it seems ridiculous that you have to give up your companions and then they just magically disappear. There's access point to the other side though. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get, because this is clearly a group effort. I mean, this adventure. So why do you have to dump the group here? And why is there not just a way to say to them, yeah, you're basically drowning in there. So could you guys wait here? I'll go take a look with this diving helmet I have. I mean, it's pretty much a fairly common sense approach, I feel. Why the fuck is that a problem? Serious dry, kept sealed when the castle sinks. Further up. This section of the castle has obviously collapsed over the years. It looks like attempts are being made to clear it. Troglodytes. This is the worst fight I've ever seen. What the hell happened there? Yeah, huge strength loss, but did it come from the cleric or from something else? I'm paying that close of attention. Ah, for fuck's sakes. It's not like it's even tough to resist, and we have a +5 to the resistance, but we're throwing terrible saving throws. Some sort of a security system. Light beams coming out of gargoyles. Can I disable that somehow?
Let's have at it!
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Let's have it!
Where does that come from? It's something they do, definitely. They use something and that's it. Troglodyte warrior emits a nauseating stench. If you fail against it, it acts as a poison to lower your strength. The question is, does it last?
don't let up! Attack! Hold this spot like it was home.
Yes, I can accomplish this task.
Right, that is literally impossible to
To your
bypass.
weapons, and don't let up! Attack! Hold this spot like it was home. To your weapons.
You don't do anything. The few spells she has might be useful against an actual opponent, but the pirate trash is not that. Although Edgar is about to die.
To your weapons. And don't let up. Attack!
Just don't know how he manages it. Seems like one of the rogues got a sneak attack with a ranged weapon on him. Further up, further down. We need to switch to the other side and find a path that goes down. We should also try to meet with the leader of the pirates before we try to sink this place. And congratulations on shooting a fill at a craft. Exit stairs up. Oh, I need to go down. This chamber stinks and it's big enough to house the dragon, so I think it must be Wyvernwater's lair. It looks like we're in luck though. The dragon is away. We should use our time wisely. Okay.
For justice and honor!
But there's nothing here. Above you rotates an enormous crystal, the power of the Mythalar. The Keeper. An old man, somewhat out of place in this castle. Hello, Mr. Keeper, who are you?
Hello.
Well, hello, I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name.
WCoC.
Come to look at the Mythalar, have you? Amazing, isn't it? The Netherese were astonishing, I think. Don't you?
Who are you?
Well, I've forgotten my name. Isn't that funny? Most people just call me the Keeper. I've got so used to it I've forgotten my real name.
Okay, what are you doing here?
I look after the Mythalar, though of course I know little about it. I think the Master lets me stay just to humor me. I'm sure one as wise as he knows all there is to know about the Mythalar, but, a kindness to me, I believe it is. Of course, there was a time when I didn't live here, many years ago now. I was studying in the hope of becoming a war wizard, and I just got fascinated with all things Netherese. I came here to find the Mythalar. Did I say that? Well, I just never got around to leaving. Mythalar is so fascinating and the Master so accommodating. Well, perhaps you'd like to talk a bit about the Mythalar. You pirates so rarely talk to me.
What does this Mythalar do?
You're teasing me, I know it. Everyone knows it's the Mythalar that makes the castle rise and fall out of the lake. I guess you must be new here. A Mythalar really is nothing more than a source of power, although the secret of how the Netherese built them is lost. Imagine if we knew, eh? That was always my dream. Oh, where was I? Oh yes, power. Well yes, you see, the Mythalar here in the castle can power magic items. Not real ones of course, but special ones with the range of the Mythalar. There's one in the foundation somewhere that makes the castle rise and fall, and another that detects the fog of the lake.
How does the Mythalar make the castle rise and fall?
Well, I can't pretend I really know that. I mean, the details, you know. Only the Master does, but the crystal ball on the pinnacle, of course, detects the weather. I think I mentioned that, didn't I? The ball does the detecting, and the Mythalar provides the power to make the castle move. The ball doesn't work if it's not on its pedestal, of course, because then the link to the Mythalar is broken, and the castle sinks back into the lake.
So you need the source of power and the ball. Because without the detection ball, the Mythalar automatically assumes the down position. Crystal ball.
Well, I don't know much about it, but go ahead.
Where's the pinnacle where the crystal ball is?
Well, it's the tiny island out on the lake. You can't reach it from the sea, only from the sky or through the portal, of course, here in the castle.
How do I get through the portal to the pinnacle?
You need the keystones to get through the portal. Not long ago, some of the pirates went through the portal while drunk, and several of them were killed by whatever was on the other side. The Master decided to lock the portal so that it couldn't be used unless he desired it. The keystones are ancient keys used by the Netherese to lock the crystal ball to the pedestal and keep it safe. The Master decided to use the same keystones to lock the portal. Then he gave the keystones to the guardians so that the crystal ball would be safe from drunken pirates and anyone else.
Okay. How does the crystal ball work?
In most respects, it's a normal magic item, except the Netherese made many items that required the power of Mythalars to work. The ball is like that. The magic of the ball detects the weather on the lake, but the magic doesn't work if the link to the Mythalar is broken. The ball sits on the pinnacle on a pedestal testing the weather. The pedestal is the link. If the ball is removed, the castle sinks. If the ball is destroyed, the castle will sink forever. Can you imagine that? No one would be able to study the Mythalar then. How terrible would that be?
Okay. Any idea what's on the other side of the portal?
Well, one of the pirate captains did tell me something about it after some drunken pirates got killed going through the portal. Let me see. One came back, didn't he? Kept saying something about the blades let you come back, but they don't let you go forward. Kept screeching it apparently until everyone decided he was quite mad. But maybe he was mad before, since he took a horse with him through the portal. Or was that another time? No, I don't remember. I'm not really interested in that. I could tell you a bit about the Mithlar though, if you like. Or did I already do that?
I need to get to the question about the Guardians. Where was it?
I prefer to talk about the Mithlar, but go ahead.
Where can I find the keys?
Keys to the portal are the same keystones that are needed to unlock the crystal ball. I think I said that already, didn't I? Each is guarded by a guardian. Well, Master calls them guardians, but they're not all alive. They're survivors that have one keystone. One is in the weird place behind the old chapel, and one guardian is an infernal puzzle. Master thought that was the best way to keep them safe. Frankly, if I had them spread around like that, I'd just forget where I put them. I guess the Master knows best.
There was a wyvern nest I saw when we came in here, but I didn't see any way to actually reach it. Tell me about the wyverns.
Wyverns? Well, of course, you must have seen them. They live on the roof of the castle mostly. Not very pleasant creatures, I would say, but the Master keeps them under control. Probably the keystone is in their nest, or whatever it is they live in. Just the smell keeps everyone away. Just the smell keeps everyone away.
What about the weird room?
Some leftover from the witch lords at this castle, I think. There's a sort of a door in the chapel, but it goes into this musty cave that doesn't fit the dimensions of the castle. Isn't that a fascinating concept? I wonder if that is linked to the Mythalar. I must look that up. Where was I? Oh yes, don't know much about what's in that room, though it smells bad in there. Did I mention that?
Okay, what about the puzzle?
Oh, I'm not interested in that sort of thing. Something to do with beams and mirrors and doors. Some of it is blooded too. Just makes it harder according to my master. If you are interested in looking at it, you'll have to go travel below though. Watch out down there. The master has scored some tranquilizing and clearing some of the old passageways. The master's trying to find something. Those drugs are nasty little blighters, and tame or not, they have an evil nature.
Okay, let's talk about something else. The Mythalar, preferably. Do you know something about that's called the Wyvern Crown?
Well, of course, the Wyvern Crown used to belong to the Witch Lords hundreds of years ago, and this was their castle. Of course, the Witch Lords were defeated by Cormer, and the royal family had the crown for ages, but it was stolen and then lost.
Do you know where it is now?
No. My master has made me go through the old library, and I have given him every book that mentions it. I think my master is worried about the Wyvern Crown, though I don't know why.
Okay. We need to know why. Tell me about the Mythalar. Can it be destroyed?
I don't think so. Perhaps with very powerful magic. Of course, the Mythalar is just a power source. It doesn't do anything without the crystal ball. But then why would someone want to destroy the Mythalar? It's just a beautiful thing.
How does the Mythalar make the castle rise and fall?
Well, I can't pretend really to know that. I mean the details, you know.
Yeah, okay. I think we've gotten everything useful out of him.
Now don't forget, the master has the south and east ways of the Mythalar trap. One of these days I'm gonna forget what way to go, eh?
This is probably a safe place to rest too. Despite the decay elsewhere, this room is clean and well loved, with books lining the walls. A lot of spells. Not particularly useful for us. Fire knives. Wait a minute. Blah, blah, blah. It's a story about something, but that's not important. But whatever the case, a recent entry in a different hand in pages tucked into the back of the book confirms that the last incarnation of the fire knives was shattered 4 years ago in 1369. Stripped of their lands, the remaining of the noble houses of Leith and Cornwall were exposed as the current organizers of the Fire Knives. The remnants of the two noble houses hastily fled Cormier. The whereabouts of the Leiths and Cormerials are unknown, but in the margin the words West Gate is underlined, followed by 3 large question marks. Traitor families. The year of the thirsty sword. This is about the witch lords. There have been many threats to the kingdom of Cormer over the centuries, but no peril has ever been as great as the faced by the King Galahad III and the High Wizard Thanderahast in the year of the thirsty sword. In that year a great host of goblins, orcs, ogres, and human mercenaries had allied itself with a vast army of undead under the control of a powerful order of necromancers from the east, known as the Witch Lords. The Witch Lords' purpose was plain. They meant to conquer and enslave. Master tacticians as well as fell sorcerers, the Witch Lord's lieutenants flew on great shrieking bats, while the most powerful of the great necromancers commanded the battlefield astride large wyverns of the deep forest. Armored in fear as well as steel, the Witch Lords were said to inspire dread in any mortal who gazed upon them. Despite the whole of the marshalled knights of the kingdom and the disciplined purple dragons, Former nearly fell to the Witch Lords in the great battle between what has then the border between the Hullock Forest and the vast swamp. But as the Necromancer's army was set to sweep aside the left flank of the defenders and encircle the king's remaining knights, an elven army emerged out of the woods and onto the battlefield. Taking the Witch Lords by surprise, the army of the elves shattered the orc lines. At a stroke, the mortal soldiers, the Witch Lords, were broken and fled the field. With grim determination, the remaining undead host of the Witch Lords was put to the sword by the combined might of the Cormer and the Elven King, or Thorin Kyo, and so it was that the kingdom of Cormer was preserved. House Obarskir, their royal lineage. Founding of the kingdom of Cormer and the identity of the first king has debate. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've read this before. Right. Mostly a lot of crap. At least we have a goal now. We need to get 3 keystones in order to gain access to the portal and get access to the crystal ball, which we can then... We can either take the crystal to temporarily sink this, or we can destroy the pedestal to permanently sink this. Don't want to deal with the Mythalar itself, because that's a task we probably can't complete anyway. Still, how do you get to the other side? You probably have to go through the very bottom of the place or very top. But how the fuck do you deal with the routing problem? I'm gonna go down there again. You might be able to deal with these beams though. Do you need mirrors maybe? Right, all the passageways are blocked. I'm gonna go, oh for fuck's sakes, I'm gonna go to lower levels and let these fuckers drown for all I care. I just want to see what's there. I mean, the drowning also doesn't happen instantaneously, so if we heal a little bit, we could probably keep them alive long enough to like I can pass through whatever I need to pass through there. Assuming there's no need for fighting. Alternatively, I could give the helmet that prevents drowning to someone else. Mainly because I have most hit points, so I will survive the longest. But this is purely for testing purposes. I just need to know what this is all about. To me it seems like the main point is to get to the others. That's it. We're not gonna get anything interesting out of this. There's two Saguwagging jeeps though. Kill the priestess. Come on, just wrap things up. I'm going to have to load it no matter what, so... Magic longsword. It has a light. Sahuagin Barrow. Trident of Tridentness. Ah, they threatened themselves. say I was not expecting that. There seems to be a way to keep them sort of alive. They'll drown immediately, so isn't exactly great, but what is at the end of this particular rabbit hole? Single cheek. Magic acts of electrical damage.
I am sorely wounded.
Yeah, I know you're sorely wounded. Try to get your shit together. Not exactly our proudest moment, I'd have to say. That is an escape path there. Or another underwater area, hard to say. There's a very long path there, but I don't really see its purpose. Still, we'll go and see. Any luck, it's just a dead end of no purpose, really. Trying to find the chief.
I am sorely wounded.
Yeah, yes, you actually are. Is that it though? What's the purpose of this place? I wonder if you could have taken oxygen from those places.
I am sorely wounded.
it doesn't make much sense, but
Spirit.
it might have made this experience a little bit more interesting. Also, I'm not sure if I dare to leave these guys behind. They might not spawn normally if I do. At the same time, I feel the game is already cheating outrageously to keep them in as part of the group. Why couldn't you just have 3 helmets? I don't understand. Would have been the easier choice. Surely the pirates who want to use this also have more than one person at a time that they want to have pass through here. So I don't get what the problem is. Other side of the flooded phase. Oh, we definitely need to rest.
Hold this spot like it was home.
Right, we need to use the gargoyles to open these. That's one of the... What were they? I don't recall. Anyway, one of the 3 keystones we need to get. This strange mirror reflects a perfect silver, no matter what is put in front of it. So we need to place them to guide them somewhere, but I just placed them here. Leave it alone for now. Okay, the game seems to be fairly forgiving on this front, so as long as I just place them close by, yeah, it assumes I got the idea. Snakes! Cobras! Are they any good? There's a lot of different types of cobras. Let's see. We'll have to rest so many ways, so in some cases it doesn't matter. Also, I'll heal the attribute damage. This is probably barely a secure place anyway. Gargoyle statues were the only reasons I couldn't get here in any manner. Yeah, these are fairly easy to take down. The poison is their only big thing, and I'm fairly resistant to it. Also healing. I'm fairly close to a level up. Might get it from just getting the first key. Also, I don't want to take chances with the poison if I don't have to, so
Well, have a look here.
but look here. Secret door. Well, well,
To
well.
your weapons, and don't let up.
Could be a safe location at least.
Yes, I can accomplish this task. Yes, I can accomplish this task.
1,000 gold and a good hand axe. Broken blade. It is not clear whether this was the blade of a polearm or axe, but what is clear is that it is magical, emitting a very faint hum. To be of any use, it would need to be reforged. So you can at least make... No, you can only combine 3 items into one, so... But you could create at least 2 smaller ones. This is the 4th component, so 2 daggers, 2 short swords. Is there a
Hold
little
this
combat
spot like it
guardian?
was home.
Yes, I can accomplish
Keystone.
this task.
Keystone, an ancient Netherese key. This key is one of the 3 needed in order to unlock and release the crystal ball from the pedestal on the pinnacle. It is also required for the portal that leads to the pinnacle. 250 XP. I was expecting more. This was the infernal
To
puzzle.
your weapons.
Not much of a
And
puzzle,
don't
I'd
let
say.
up.
More of a trouble
Attack!
to get here in the first place. Can I rest? No, he's just walking you. Okay.
Time bit of the game.
Let's go to the secret room. Try that again. Okay, Edgar and Lucinda are not going to be dead if someone looks at them. And I don't see why I would have to go underwater anymore, so... I think this, things went fairly well as far as they're expected. I still don't understand why you just couldn't have 3 helmets. Like... Or an item that protects the entire party, something that you don't have to equip at all. Like an ion stone. I don't know. Don't understand the solution the designer went with. I suppose, mainly I don't understand it because it looks so terrible when your companions have to be resurrected automatically in the adventure, and it makes no lick of sense. Still, I'm happy that we got through that and I don't have to think about it anymore, so that's the important part. I'm sure I have cleansed this area before. I guess it doesn't really matter. Right. One was here. One was with the Wyverns. Where was the third one? Some weird chapel room, right. Anyway, I don't think these areas will have anything to do with it anymore. We don't want to go into that room either. No point in visiting the Mythalar of the Keeper's quarters. We basically want to go to an exit or a stairs up. Where would the exit lead? Likely outside the entire fortress, which is a place I want to explore further, but I don't think I want to go there now. In fact, I'll leave things here. We'll get the 2 other keystones next time. They should be easy enough. Go up for the Wyvern to the roof, and we'll likely encounter the chapel or temple where the 3rd piece is on the way there.